right now, and I'll be communicating my inner musings. That is my thoughts concerning price for the British pound. So this is a 1 minute time frame. I just want to let you know what the draw on liquidity is. So if you're watching, you can just give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're watching with me. The London sell side liquidity is the draw on liquidity for the British pound. And the reason why I'm saying the British pound and not the European dollar is because from the understanding of the relative strength analysis, which I have on this channel as a video, there's a way I weigh which one is going to go short. This is Forex. A lot of people are like, okay, well, I'm a Forex trader and I trade only the European dollar. Good. But you should have an insight on what the British pound is doing. Just like if you're an index future trader, if you trade the Nasdaq, you should have an insight what the E-mini S&P is in, because those markets move in tandem and sometimes some outperform the other one. Okay, so here is the British pound, and I told you draw liquidity is here. But before that, look at this low here. There's a low there at 1.2 what? 1.25233. So I'm making a low there. That low is very good. If you have a position on, you can take a partial there. Here, that's here. 33. Now we'll have 35 in here. Make it 33. Okay. So that's it. That low there is for partial. So you can, let me just name it like partial. PAR sharp scaling. So that level will be to scale out partial if you are short on the position. And for as we go forward, I'll be anticipating an inversion fair value gap for this BC. Normally, you know, when you say a BC, an inefficiency, traditionally should act as what? It should act as a support to send price higher. But this time around, I want you to act as a what? As a support turn resistance. That's why I said inversion. Okay. So here we have the inversion fair value gap. So it's just my anticipation. I'm telling you, like, okay, I want to see this act as an inversion fair value gap. Let me make the screen this way. Okay. So I paused the stream for some reason. So here we are. So I want this to act as an inversion fair value gap here, and I'm in a very noisy environment. In case you hear it all the Beyonce, you know, sorry. And that's just it. I just got to start the stream and do it this way. So so having this insight, I'll be moving to a lower time frame. Okay, this will have this insight here. So this is the 1 minute, 5 minute time frame. Let's go into the 1 minute time frame. Now, can you see this? Now, let me show you the European dollar. Did you see this? Now, I want you to take note of something. Look at this low here. I mean, this low at 942. This low, it hasn't been swept by the European dollar. Let's go to the British pound. Do you see the low? It has been taken out, right? Right here, lower low. How did I know this? Relative strength analysis. It's just a correlation with the Nasdaq futures coupled with your own experience, because if you just know the correlation and you don't have experience, you might not get it as well as I. Okay. So that's it. There's a lot of distraction here. Not just in my office during the, but I'm just somewhere like in an open place, and some people can easily approach me, and I've got to attend to some of them. So I'm watching price right now. So price has been falling. This is the London session silver bullet. It's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'm not sure if I'll be staying till 11, but this is when it started. This is the time window for 10 a.m. So to duplicate this, I just make a clone. I extend it. And what's it? How can I get 11 a.m.? Let's see. 11 is. So are you seeing price expanding? So focus on price. I'm just trying to make the time window for 10 to 11 a.m. Yeah, that's 11 a.m. So that's the time window for the silver bullet, and here we are watching it. So you can see how price has been behaving. It's been going down right from 10 a.m. right now. Let's look at the the European dollar, just for a quick checkup. Can you see this? Really ask yourself, do you want to trade the European dollar short with this kind of condition, or you want to be in the British pound? Look at this. Let me go one step further. So we see we're expanding. Remember, this is the inversion fair value gap on the 15 minutes time frame. For anyone who probably you didn't meet me when I was trying to annotate it, let me go to the 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes here. So you can see it. This was a BC that I want to be an inversion. That means I want to see body closing below this BC. Then it should act as a what? As a support turn resistance to send price higher to this level, which is what? 1.25 what? 233. So the time it gets there is very important for me. Okay, I'm monitoring some other things aside the trading view here. So once the stream is done, you'll be able to see some things that I don't want to say in here. So anybody who will watch to the end will be able to see that. And so this is the inversion fair value gap. And you can see price going low. So that's what you want to see. You see it's expanding lower, it's expanding lower, expanding lower. So that's the silver bullet for the AM. And by the way, there's something I want to talk about real quick. As price is approaching, overlapping that 15-minute BC, you can see how it's going down right here. So once price closed below that BC, which is on the 15 minutes time frame, let me go in there. Once price closed below that, I want to see it want to retest it, want to retest it and do what? Have an opportunity for selling if you want a pyramid entry to go lower, but it might just run right quick to what? 1.25233. So that's once price close, it will close in less than 3 minutes. It will be doing a closure here. So that's what I want. That's the signature I'm anticipating and I want to see. So, and for somebody who might be like, no, look at this, this is not real. Like, okay, let me show you something. Look at the time here. Just look down here. Can you see this? I mean, here. This is what? This is 10:27. Now, look at in here. What is the time? What time are you seeing in here? Up here. This what? This is 4:27. My own country, okay, is 6 hours ahead. Yes, 6 hours. Is it 6 hours? Yeah, 6 hours ahead of the country. Once there's a daylight savings time. So this is what 4:67 p.m. 4:27 p.m. and this is what 28. We just entered 28. So look at here. You can see it's 28. So this is a real time. Like this is not like I'm delaying the price. Actually, here I'm seeing like a delay. It's just 5 seconds, but really, is 5 seconds really something? Like, can you do this with this kind of delay of 5 seconds with this latency? So let's see. It just has closed here on the 1 minute time frame now. Does he want to treat it as a what? As a resistance to send price lower? That's what I want to see. So you can see price has entered India now. I want to see it send price lower. Why? Look at this up close candle, this very one here at 10:20. I want to see that act as what? As a bearish order block. Yeah, that's what I want to see it act as. And we're here in 30th minute. And usually with my experience, the 30th minute is actually giving a retracement or a continuation in price. Once you after the 30th minute in price, sometimes so that you see a retracement. That is, if you've been going low, you'll see it start to go higher. Or if you've been going high, you'll be seeing it try to retrace lower. Or sometimes it will just be a continuation of what has been happening. That is, if a retracement has started before 10:30, then usually at 10:30 there will be a continuation of the underlying going trend. Like now, this is bearish. So now I'm anticipating this very 10:30 to act as a what? As a continuation to sell and go into what? 1.25. 233. That's a drawn liquidity right there. I want to see price go in there. I told you what it means on 15 times. I've emphasized it over and over and over and over again. It's what? It's for scaling partial. Okay. So you can see what I just told you here. I said this. You rewind the stream, or if you're watching it after the fact, you can check it. I can edit it. I told you this should be what? I told you beforehand that what? This is an inversion. Let me just write it. It should what? It's a bearish. That's a minus IFVG. That's a bearish inversion fair value gap. It should act as a what? As a support turn resistance. Ideally, traditionally, that the fair value gap should what? It should send price higher. But in this case, because I am bearish, I want to see it act as a what? As an inversion. It should immediately begin to do what? Send price lower. And what did you see? It get overlapped. And what happened? It traded to inside. So it's not like a support turn resistance. I've said it over and over. So I want to see price now go to where? 1.25233. That's what I want to see price going. And once price going there, I might get ready to end the stream. And obviously, I want to see eventually drawn liquidity here is the London session drawn liquidity here. London session liquidity at 1.25051. So I want to see price go in there. So that's the draw on liquidity. I'm watching that very closely. And if you want to ask me what time will it do that, well, right now I can't actually tell you now. But if it should really just keep going down, and before 10:40, how are we now? Yes, before 10:40 we should be at that low. But if before 10:40 we are not yet there, then 10:45 should set the stage up by retracing to go in there. Now 10:40 can be in before 10:40 we might be at this low, which is what 1.25 right here. When I'm talking about the low, I'm talking about this 1.25. Let me take this 1.25 what 233. If before 10:40 we get in there, 10:40 might retrace, giving a potential 25 minutes. That's a 45th minute entry. This inefficiency, if this remains a breakaway gap, that is like if it doesn't get repriced right now, the high is what 1.1. When I say high, look at the top left corner, OHLC here, open high, low, and close. The high is 1.25319. So right here, the high of this candle is what 1.25318. It hasn't entered there. If it stays this way as a breakaway gap and price is not through there, I want to see it run to this low at what 1.23. Let me just make this screen this way. 1.25233. So I want to see it go there. If it remains a breakaway gap, which I want to see. Now, if it comes in here at this time, then it will set the stage up for a potential 45th minute, which is a macro entry. The macro is at the 50th minute of an hour. That's a macro entry. So if that's the macro entry, I have noticed my experience on Forex. I don't know of the indices, but on Forex, I've seen it on the European dollar and the British pound. I've seen that 45th minute give a superior entry. That is, it gives, if you're selling now, if you're ready to sell, it gives a more premium selling opportunity than the 50th minute. The 50th minute gives some opportunity, probably the 51st, but that 45th minute, a lot of times I've seen it, like not all the time, okay, more times than not, it gives a better entry than the 50th minute. So if everything is in sync, I will come in here below here at 10:40, then 10:45 we might come into this inefficiency that actually I wanted to see as a breakaway gap right now, and then what will happen? We'll send price lower into where the best case time is. I told you already. What's going on? Sell side liquidity here, London sell side liquidity at 1.25051. Okay, so like that. So let me see if there will be a better time frame. The 1 minute look a little 1 minute, well, doesn't look as bad as that. Let's see. Let's see the 50 minute. Okay, the 50 minute looks nice. I actually like the way it is. So let's take a quick look at what at the European dollar. So let's see European dollar. Can you see? Like, can you see? Like, really, you should give this video a thumbs up. If this is your first time watching, you can subscribe, okay? And if you're not a subscriber yet, you can just subscribe for more info and insight like this. Do you like from 10 a.m. here? We went down this low at 9:40. No, 9:40. This low here. I mean, this very low. Let me take this dotted line. It's looking like a double. This very low here at 1.03859. It hasn't been taken out. Now, go into the British pound. Let's look at the low of 9:40. Did you see that? Can you see that? Now imagine you were short on the European dollar saying, oh well, you know, I am a specialist, which is good, and I only trade one pair and it's the European dollar, and you're short. Bro, like you'll just be chopped in that kind of, you know, static price move. It's moving, but it's like it's not, you can't compare it. Look from 10 o'clock room. Look at the 10:40 low. Done. It has been taking that low out since 10:15. So I want to see price expand to what? To the level I told you, which is 1.25233. So that's a level for partial scaling, and at that I'll be closing the stream once it gets to that level. I want to just stay up until there. But eventually the draw liquidity is the London session sell side liquidity. So that's the draw liquidity. So scale out partials there. So we're about getting there. Very soon we'll be going in there. Now I'll be watching. I'll just be waiting until we get in there. So I want to see it going there. Remember, what's the time? I can just look from my own time in here, the top left corner. This is 4:36, okay? And I can compare it here. If you think it's a delay, no, it's probably 5 seconds. Look, what was the time in here? 10:36. I told you my own time is 6 hours ahead, but the minute is the same thing. So right there, we are trading below it. So we traded below that level. Can you see that? The low of this candle is what? 231. This level is what? 233. I told you lie, did I? I did. So that's the business, and I think with this having been said, I'll be content in, you know, letting the video stop at here. And there's something I want to show you that I didn't really show at the beginning. So let's go into trading. position, orders, money, execution. Can you see that? Are you seeing that? So, what is the limit at? 230. That was a mistake. It should, what is this? 230? It should be at 233. Right there. I was wondering also why it hasn't been taken out. So that was an error on my own part. So, uh, let's see. You see, this is the mistake that was done. I actually thought this limit was at 230. So due to not paying more attention to that because I was trying to pull it up, it actually went in there. So what would I gonna do in this kind of situation? Okay, you want to take a partial, I didn't give you. There's just one thing I'm gonna do. You wanna know it? Simple. Risk management. Can you see my risks? I just removed my what? My risks removed and cost covered. Commission. That's plus $200 right there. My stop loss. So now we're heading towards the 10:45 minute, which I don't want to stay in here with you and do that. So it might want to go into this inefficiency. Okay, it might want to go in there. But let's see if it want to go in there and give me one more opportunity to go out. What's the low here? 31. What's my limit? So if it gives me one more opportunity, that will be good. I'll end the stream. So and but if it doesn't, then this inefficiency, which this is exactly what I was avoiding really. So I didn't watch that level well. I was just caught up in talking here, and that was it. So that was the price I paid. If I actually have been just let it on from the beginning, it will have been fine. I will have seen it, but there's no problem still. You know, you saw everything delivered in your life. So the worst thing that can happen in this trade now is that I get stopped out, and it will stop me out at what? Negative balance? Never. Stop me out at what? Look it here. Plus what? Plus $200. So, like, but bro, look, this is 1,000. Like, hey, well, that does it. You know, I've thrown the stop loss. So the 45th minute should be giving that entry I talked about on that breakaway gap. So I told you an inefficiency that should not get filled. Come on, not this time frame. This inefficiency, it was left open. So if 1045 gyrates price into this inefficiency, you want to see it expand lower to this level. Now let me show you something to prove the fact that there's a reason why you have to know the peer to trade. Let's go to the European dollar. Can you see I went short India also? What do you notice? Do you see this kind of move there? See, it's just not moving as nice as the other one has been moving. It's not as nice as that. It's moving, but look at all this. Like, come on, no. Look at this. Can you see that? So for this, I'll in fact, I'll trade my stop loss right away, because if this can even stop me out, it's fine. But the fact is that you have to know which one to trade. You don't just say, okay, just two. It's just these two. I've never done beyond this two, the British pound, the European dollar, probably in the past. But you can see now why in that inefficiency. Okay, we're in that inefficiency right there. So, yeah. What's going on? So I want to see if price has a willingness to want to go down. So I told you this inefficiency can be left open. The high here was what here at 1 point what? Let me do a little look at the top left corner. The high of that inefficiency was at what? 1.25319, and the high of this candle was what? 1.253 what? 325. That was like an institutional order flow into due. Now I want to see it go for that low. That would just be the last thing I'll be doing, and we'll call the video. Will I call it a day? Yeah, the end of the stream. Probably I should have done it at this level since. Well, sorry if I just didn't know how to scale this. This is the first stream, and so you can see price. I told you this inefficiency. I could have taken short entry, but I refused to do that because I didn't take a partial here. If I had taken a partial here, I'll pyramid more entry and trade my stop loss. So let's see how we go with this. So I want to see price go in there, right there. So that's plus $2,000 plus $2,000 plus about here. So price should want to do that, and let's see. So come to daddy. So come, let me end the stream. So that was what usually I was tempted. Let me just be honest. I was tempted to close the 600 since I was like, okay, it didn't feel me at that point. But I said, well, let me just wait because right now I want to see it expand really fast. So I want to see it expand like beyond this low. So I want to see it go in there. What's this limit at? 233. What's this low at? 233. And what's this low at? 223. Who's making a noise here? Why am I continuous? What is this? Let me look at this price. 224. No wonder. It should be 233. That's a mistake. 233. Modify. Exactly. So I've been repriced right now. So there's just been an error since I didn't know what was going. But I think I've been pricing. So you remember like, oh no, this is not real. So let me just show you the execution labeling. Some children are making a noise over there. Sorry. So this is the 1, 2. So I just took out everything out. So this is the execution and this is the labeling. Okay. So if you want to know my best case terminus, I'm telling you already. Look. So we did this live here. Everybody saw it. Okay. And this London session sell side liquidity is drawn liquidity at 1.25051, and there's an inefficiency there. That's why I put it below that low. So hopefully you find this very impactful and it resonates well with you. So you can give this a thumbs up, and you can also like the video, comment your questions and thoughts if you want to. And I want to check my trade on the other platform. I have a Meta Trader 5 trade going on, and yeah, finally let me show you the European dollar before I leave. Can you see that? It's going, but like, bro, look, this low still we haven't taken out the low at 940. Look at 940's low here. Look here, 941, 942 rather. We haven't taken out there. Look at the British pound long ago. So this is how you know when to trade the Forex pairs. Which one am I gonna trade? The European dollar or the British pound? That will be it. So on the note of this, I'll end the stream. Thank you all.